5 reasons to avoid. Do not even start with Ozempic and GLP-1 drugs. Number 1, interesting. Friend of mine, about my age, went to high school with him, solid guy, good life, good family, has a gut, right? He could stand to lose 20, 25 pounds. The reason he said he wouldn't do them is that they kill desire. And he said, I like to have a great meal. I enjoy a beer every now and then, a couple beers, smoke a joint, sex. Why do I want to kill desire? And he's not a hardcore hedonist. Like, this is a guy with a real job and a career and doing great in life. But why would he want to let go of that? And so, look, it is an extreme. So if you're someone that says, I indulge way too much, I'm a hedon, I'm a glutton, to totally shut it off, I would be very careful about that. And I think the real opportunity is to, how do you regulate? Can you stop? Can you have that amazing piece of pizza? Just have one. Can you have a small ice cream cone and stop there? But just to say, I'm going to get rid of my desire, I would be very careful with that. Number 2, and this actually might be the most important. Here I am on the island of Koh Phangan in Thailand, and I'm 10 days into a fast. I'm going to eat in a couple hours. But I wanted to make this video first because this is obviously very personal to me, and I've struggled with weight all my life. I mean, going back to like sophomore year, playing football and losing weight to play basketball. I will say that going on this journey of weight loss, it brought me here. I didn't step into a hot yoga studio to get enlightened. I did it to lose weight. I did it to look better. And so if you have whatever it is, weight to lose, or you're trying to give up a habit, you're going to rob yourself of the process. And I think the process is amazing. It can be painful. You know, when I was at the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, Janine Roth, who's an expert on food issues, and she said, turn to the person next to you and say, what am I hungry for? That question, believe me, it got me to think. And so, you know, if you're eating late at night, or you're having a hard time stopping eating, or when you have 3 or 4 beers, it turns into 12, that's fertile ground. Like, that's really where you want to go. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying you have to do a 12-step program. I've never formally done one. I did work with a recovery coach, and I understand some of those principles, but get in there. It's why I'm here right now. And a lot of it, weight loss became a gateway to spirituality, to travel, to finding a new community. So I urge you to dig in. It reminds me of a friend of mine who is in AA said, I didn't have a drinking problem, I had a living problem. The drinking alerted him to go through the process of healing. Number 3, and this is where we can get a little bit, you know, conspiracy theory, depending on how deep down the rabbit hole you want to go, but you are buying into the system. Big Pharma, who they have their pros and cons. Evil might be an appropriate word. I'm dependent on a lot of things. I don't live off the grid. I don't homestead. Like, I'm dependent for my water, for my food, for my internet, my phone. Believe me, there's a lot that I'm dependent on. But I don't want to get on something else. So then it's like, well, what if the price goes up? Or what if my insurance doesn't cover it? Or what if I can't get it? Because look, the evidence is unfolding now. But if you start and stop, man, like, you've lost a lot of muscle. Now you have all this desire. The weight's going to come back faster. So 3rd reason is, don't get deeper into the system and into dependency. And look, a lot of people are talking about peptides. Some smart people are talking about them. Maybe they really have created a better drug. I just don't want another $300 a month, $1,000 a month forever. That's how they get you. Number 4 is gut health. And look, some of these new peptides, they say don't hurt your gut. I don't know. It's still early days, but they're getting in there to the receptors in the gut, which impacts mood, depression, intuition. You know, it's your second brain, digestion. Gut health is such a central part of our life. Anything that messes with it, I don't see it being good for you long term. I'd be very careful there. And number 5, which you'll have an answer for, is muscle mass. And people say, well, you can mitigate that, right? Just eat a lot of protein and make sure you do resistance training and lift weights. Well, let's see how many dry chicken breasts you can put down when you've lost that desire. Let's see how many burpees you can do and how many squats you can do when you're in this altered state. So yes, if you're on them and you're aware that you're going to lose muscle mass, absolutely eat the protein, do the strength strength training. I just haven't seen any numbers of like what percentage of people can do it. So look, we all want a quick fix. A lot of us struggle with weight loss, struggle with addiction. It sounds like this is a solution. Hey, science is just catching up to world's problems. Those are 5 reasons why I wouldn't do it. And look, I'm again on this weight loss journey and I'm learning a lot of things, right? I mean, I'm learning about sleep, circadian rhythms, studying Ayurveda. I mean, I know that I have to be in bed by 10 o'clock for a lot of reasons. So I urge you, you're making New Year's resolutions. This is the time of year where you're doing some thought. Dive into the journey. It's a shortcut with a lot of perils to take Ozempic and these GLP-1s. I really urge you to lean in to whatever issues you have and get really to the source of it and be on that journey with me. If you have questions and want to reach out, you know where to find me.